Hello students, already we have studied how to find or we have studied the method of finding integration, that means integral value. I have given one method that is called method of inspection. That means by finding the antiderivative by inspection, not using formula, we have to find out what is the derivative of given function. So using that we can find out what is the integral value of a given function. So the first we'll solve some of the problems based on that. The first problem is find the antiderivative. Find the antiderivative. Find the antiderivative by the method of inspection. By the method of inspection, the first one is cos 2x. So we have to find out the antiderivative. Antiderivative in the sense integral of this function cos 2x by the method of inspection. By the method of inspection. That means we have to find out. So what is the function such that their derivative will be cos 2x. We have to see a function such that their derivative will be cos 2x. So first cos 2x, we know that cos 2x is a derivative of sine function. So I can write derivative of sine 2x is equal to, it is cos 2x into 2. This is a method of finding a derivative or antiderivative or integral value by the method of inspection. That means we have to find out a function such that their derivative will be cos 2x. Their derivative will be cos 2x. So I have taken the function as a sin 2x. So derivative sin 2x is cos 2x into 2. So now this will be the derivative. For the function cos, this will be the antiderivative. For sine, cos is the derivative. For cos, sine is the antiderivative. Therefore, I can write cos 2x is equal to 1 by 2 into derivative of sine 2x. Then I can write constant. We know that the derivative of constant into function is constant to derivative of the function. Therefore now it is a constant into derivative of the function, means that is equal to half into sin 2x. Now cos 2x is the derivative of half into sin 2x. Therefore antiderivative of cos 2x is equal to, therefore antiderivative of cos 2x is equal to half sin 2x. Half sin 2x. So this is the method of finding integral value by inspection. First we have to find out a function such that their derivative will be given functions. Now sin 2x, the derivative of sin 2x is cos 2x. Therefore I have taken derivative of sin 2x and we got the answer as the antiderivative of cos 2x is half sin 2x. Next one. Next problem, we can find out the derivative of 1 by x. So find out the antiderivative of 1 by x. Antiderivative of 1 by x. So how to find out the antiderivative of 1 by x? So we have to see a function such that their derivative will be 1 by x. We have to see a function such that their derivative is 1 by x. So we know that derivative of log x is 1 by x. derivative of log x is 1 by x. 1 by x. And also we can see derivative of log of minus x. Derivative of log of minus x. If I take derivative log of minus, here I have taken plus x, so it is 1 by x. Now derivative of log of minus x, so that will be equal to derivative, we know that log x derivative is 1 by x. Now log of minus x means 1 by minus x into derivative of minus x is 1. Minus x is 1. Therefore minus and minus cancels. Here also we get 1 by x. So derivative of log x is 1 by x. Derivative of minus x is derivative log of minus x is also 1 by x. Therefore, what is the conclusion we can make? X may be positive or negative. Then the derivative will be 1 by x. Therefore, what is the antiderivative of 1 by x? The log x derivative is 1 by x. Therefore, for 1 by x, log x is the antiderivative. Derivative of log of minus x is 1 by x. Therefore, for 1 by x, log of minus x is antiderivative. So, there are two antiderivatives. So, one is plus x and minus x. So we can consider that together, that is modulus of x, because modulus of x takes two values. One is x is greater than 0 and one is x is less than 0. Therefore, antiderivative of 1 by x is log of mod x. Log of mod x. Now, why mod x it is? One is plus x and minus x. So, antiderivative is log of mod x. So, this is one more problem of finding antiderivative from the method of inspection. So this is not so important, finding the antiderivative by inspection. Directly also you can find out. Usually this may not be asked, find the antiderivative by inspection. The usual question will be find the derivative, find the antiderivative or find the integral value. So next I can find out one more. So what is the antiderivative of e power 2x? E power 2x from the method of inspection. From the method of inspection. So we know that derivative of e power 2x is equal to e power 2x into 2, e power 2x into 2. Therefore, I can write this e power 2x as e power 2x is equal to 1 by 2 into derivative of e power 2x, 1 by 2 into e power 2x. So I have taken now derivative of e power 2x is e power 2x into 2. Now the antiderivative of this function is e power 2x. This will be the derivative here. When I go reverse, this will be the antiderivative of e power 2x into 2. Therefore, I can write this e power 2x as half into derivative of e power 2x. Again, half in, that means a constant into derivative of function, that it can be written as derivative of constant into function. So, this will be derivative of half into e power 2x. So, e power 2x can be written as derivative of half e power 2x. Therefore, antiderivative of e power 2x is half into e power 2x. Half into e power 2x. So this is the finding antiderivative or integral value by the method of inspection. So this is not so important, this from the method of inspection. So we can find this derivative or integral value by antiderivative or integral value by using formula also, so that will be easy. So when we see this, we can make out we have taken f, capital F be the antiderivative. We usually refer or we write capital F be the antiderivative. So antiderivative is not one value. Antiderivative is not one value. There will be a set of values by taking the values to the constant c. To the constant c. So antiderivative I have written directly because I have, see, what we solved now. So in that what we have not added c. Why we have not added c? We have taken the function and we have calculated the derivative. From that we have written the antiderivative. That's why I have not written plus c in that values. But finding the derivative from formula means we have to write the function as, or the value as f plus c. So c is called the integration constant of integration that we have to add. So this c gives a set of solutions for the given function. Set of solution, not only one integral value, it gives many values for a given, many integral values for a given function. Then we have already solved some of the problems, that is finding the antiderivative by inspection. So that finding antiderivative from the method of inspection is not possible for all the functions. So if it is a polynomial, we can find out, exponential we can find out, then trigonometry functions also we can find out. Suppose if I get the function as e power minus x square, so we cannot see e power minus x square, as I cannot find out what is the derivative, what is the function such that their derivative will be the given function. So that is not possible to find out. Therefore that method of inspection is not applicable for all the functions. Only for the simple function we can write. For the trigonometry functions or for some of the exponential functions or polynomial functions, we can use the method of inspection. And now we have calculated what is that antiderivative with respect to x. That means all the variables we have taken x. If it is given y or if it is given in some other variable, the method is same, only we have to write the value, corresponding value for that. If it is given x square into dx, x square dx, we have to find out antiderivative with respect to x, or integral value with respect to x, or sometimes it may be asked y square or sin y or cos y. So in that case what we have to do, only the changes is we have to find that antiderivative with respect to y. Only the variable changes, not the integral value. Sin x derivative with respect to x is minus sin x integral value with respect to x is minus cos x. Similarly sin y integral value of that with respect to y we have to calculate, it is minus cos y. Only that is the difference. So next we solve some of the problems of finding the antiderivative or find the integral value. Find the integral of find the integrals. The first problem, integral of x cube minus 1 divided by x cube dx. Find the integral of x cube minus 1 divided by x square dx. Now we have to find out the integral value of this with respect to x. So how to find out? We cannot find out directly. We don't have a quotient formula, numerator and denominator. We don't have like what we have in the derivative quotient rule. So how to find out the derivative? We can split this integral. So this is called the integrand. In the integration, it is called the integrand. So we can split the integrand. So how we can add the integrand? X cube by x square minus 1 by x square I can write. So this will be, I'll write x cube minus 1 by x square dx can be written as integral of x cube by x square minus 1 by x square all together into dx. Now we can simplify. This will be integral of x minus integral of x cube and x square, x minus, and here there it will be 1 by x square, so I can write 1 by x square as x to the power minus 2 x to the power minus 2 dx. Now what we can see, now already we have studied integral of f of x plus g of x or f of x minus g of x can be written as integral of f of x plus integral of g of x. So now integral of x minus x power minus 2, I can write it as integral of x dx and integral of my x to the power minus 2 dx. So this will be equal to integral of x dx minus integral of x to the power minus 2 dx. So what is the integral of x? We have the integration or the formula integral of x power n is equal to x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. Now x to the power 1 now. X to the power n, integral of x power n is equal to x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. Now it is x. That means x to the power 1. So what is the integral value? X to the power 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1. Then minus. So what is the integral of x power minus 2? Again that is in the form of x power n. X power n is x power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. So this will be equal to x to the power 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 minus x to the power minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1 and plus c. Plus c we have to add because we are finding the integral value antiderivative. Therefore this can be written as so this is equal to x square by 2 minus x to the power minus 1 divided by minus 1 plus c. Now minus into minus is a plus now, and x power minus 1 is 1 by x. So this can be written as x square by 2 plus 1 by x plus 1 by x plus c. So this is the integral value of given function. So what you can say, either you can add integral constant to each function and you can write finally it is c, or in the final answer if you write plus c, that is also enough. So after finding all the values, if you add plus c, then also that will be better. Otherwise what we have to do, for this integration we have to add one constant c and here one more constant c, altogether there will be a 2c. So we have to add, or here I can take c1 c2, then final I can take c1 and c2 as c. So that also can be done. So this is one of the problem of finding integral value of. Similarly we can solve many problems of this kind. This is only by using the formulas, basic formulas of integration. Next problem, find the integral of x to the power 3 by 2 plus 2 into e power x minus 1 by x dx. So again it is algebra of it is in the form of algebra of integration. That means integral of f of x plus g of x plus like that, g of x, f1 of x plus f2 f plus g of x, like that. So here we can split the integrals. So this is equal to integral of x to the power 3 by 2 dx plus integral of 2 into e power x dx minus integral of 1 by x dx. So this will be equal to So integral of x to the power 3 by 2, already it is in the form of x power n. X power n is any value, n is any real number. So x power n, x to the power 3 by 2 plus 1 divided by 3 by 2 plus 1. And here we know that integral of constant into function is what? Constant into integral of the function. Integral of constant into function it is. So integral of constant into function is always constant into integral of the function, then minus integral of 1 by x. We know all the values of this. So this is in the form of x power n. Integral of x power n is integral of x power n, x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. So this is equal to x to the power 3 by 2 plus 1 divided by 3 by 2 plus 1. Then now it is a plus integral of constant into function. Constant into function is a plus constant into integral of the function. So integral of the function, we know that integral of e power x is e power x only. So derivative of e power x is also e power x. Integral of e power x is also e power x. So 2 is a constant into integral of a constant is a integral of e power x is e power x minus, and already we know that integral of 1 by x, we have taken it as a log mod x, because log of minus x is also 1 by x, derivative log of x is also 1 by x, and derivative of log of minus x is also 1 by x. Therefore integral of 1 by x is equal to log mod x. Log. If this is a final step, this is a final answer, then add plus c here itself. Or if it is not the final step, then we have one more step to write, then you add c in the next step. Now it is not the final one because I have to add these terms. So 3 by 2 plus 1 is taking LCM as 2, so it becomes 3 plus 2 is 5 by 2. So here also 5 by 2. So x to the power 5 by 2 divided by 5 by 2, then 5 by 2 goes to numerator, so this will be 2 into x to the power 5 by 2 divided by 5 plus 2 into e power x minus log mod x plus c. Plus c, so this is the integration constant. So now this is the integral value of given function. Next problem. Remember all the formulas, so you have to study whatever. Now you have studied the derivatives. Now it is a reverse of derivative, that is the integral value, integration value. So better if you remember all the formulas, then you can study easily. So remember all the formula, try to remember all the formulas. So integral and derivative, you study like this. Derivative of sin x is cos x, so integral of cos x is sin x. Similarly, derivative of cos x is minus sin x, therefore integral of sin x is what? Minus cos x. So try to remember, because it is a reverse of that integration, that's why. Next one, one more is what is the value of integral of sin x plus cos x? Integral of sin x plus cos x dx. So again it is, since it is sum of the functions or algebra of functions, so now I can write it as a integral of sin x dx plus integral of cos x dx. So integral of sin x, we know that it is minus cos x, then integral of cos x is sin x, plus c minus cos x plus sin x plus c. So direct one it is. Next problem, what is the integral of cosec x into what is the integral value of cosec x into cosec x plus cot x? So now it is we cannot find out the integral value directly. So because it is a product, so we don't have a product formula here. We don't have product formula, or we don't have quotient formula in the integration. We have all that only in the derivatives. So what we have to do, now we'll multiply this. So when we multiply integral of cosec square x plus integral of cosec square x plus then cosec x into cot x. Whole thing into dx. Now we can split this. This is one function plus one more integral of two functions. So this will be equal to integral of cosec square x dx plus integral of one is the integral of cosec square x dx plus integral of cosec x into cot x. So what is the integral of cosec square x dx? So we know that tan x derivative will be secant square x and cot x derivative will be minus cosec square x. Now integral, reverse it is. So what is the integral value of cosec square x now? Cot x derivative will be minus cosec square x. Therefore integral of cosec square x will be minus cot x. Then cosec x into cot x. We know that the derivative of cosec x is what is the derivative of cosec x? Derivative of cosec x is minus cosec x into cot x. And the derivative of secant x is also secant x into tan x, and derivative of cosec x is minus cosec x into cot x. But now here it is cosec x into cot x. Therefore integral of cosec x into cot x is minus cosec x. Plus c. We have to add integration constant plus c for all the given functions. That's all. So this is one more problem. Next one. There will be many problems of this kind. So better if you solve, then only you'll come to know how to solve all the problems. So next I can write 1 minus sin x by cos square x. Integral of 1 minus sin x by cos square x. So how I can write? I can split this integral value, integrand. I can split the integrand. So this will be equal to integral of 1 by cos square x minus sin x by sin x by cos square x dx. Then after these, what is 1 by cos square x? 1 by cos x, we know that 1 by cos and which one is secant are the reciprocal function. So 1 by cos is secant x, so 1 by cos square x is secant square x. secant square x dx. So I can split the integral also. I can write for f of x minus g of x, integral of f of x minus integral of g of x also. Then minus integral of I can write a sin x by cos square x as 1 sin x by cos x, one more 1 by cos x, sin x by cos x into, and one more I'll write 1 by cos x. One by cos x dx. So this will be equal to integral of secant square x dx minus, so sin x by cot x is sin x by cos x is the tan x, and 1 by cos x is secant x, tan x into secant x dx, tan x into secant x dx. So that will be, what is the integral of secant square x? We know that tan x derivative is secant square x. So integral of secant square x is tan x minus, and integral of tan x into secant x. We know that derivative of secant x is secant x into tan x. Therefore, integral of secant x into tan x is secant x. Don't forget to add c in the indefinite integrals. So you have to add c in all the indefinite integrals. So the value of this integration is this one. Next. Next one. So you can solve all the problems in the example, whatever is given in the problem, example 1 and example 2 in the integration chapter. Homework example 1 and example 2 in that remaining one. Example 1 and 2, there are many problems remaining, so you solve yourself that problems. Next is what? Next problem. There are many problems in the exercise 7.1. Exercise 7.1, in that 1, 2, 4, 5. So here it is asked to find out by inspection. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 problems. It is asked to find the integration or antiderivative by inspection. So you don't calculate by inspection. You calculate directly without that inspection. You calculate directly this problem. Next one. Find the integral. Find the integral. Next problem. 4 into e power 3x plus 1. Find the integral of 4 into e power 3x plus 1. So what is the integral value we have to calculate? Now again it is the sum of two functions, f of x plus g of x. So integral of first one and integral of second one. So this will be equal to integral of 4 into e power 3x dx plus integral of 1 into dx. Integral of 1 into dx. Now 4 is a constant, we can keep outside. Then into integral of e power 3x. So already we have studied integral of 2x from the method of inspection is e power 2x by 2. Now it is e power 3x. So what is the integral of e power 3x? Integral of e power 3x is equal to e power 3, same function by 3. Remember always the integral of e power x is e power x only, but e power 2x is e power 2x. Derivative is into 2, but integral is divided by 2. Now e power 3x integral is e power 3x divided by 3. E power nx derivative is e power nx into n, but here integral means e power nx divided by n. Then this plus, and also now it is integral of 1. We know that derivative of 1 is 0. Derivative of constant is 0, but integral of constant is not 0. Integral of constant is, or integral of 1 is always x. Why it is x? You know why it is x? So we know that integral means antiderivative. So derivative of x will be 1. Therefore integral of 1 will be x. Derivative of x is 1, therefore integral of 1 is x always, because it reverse process, these two are reverse processes, that should be 1 always. So this is the answer. I can write it as 4 by 3 into e power 3x and x plus c. So this is the answer for that question. So one more, in the homework I have given what is the integral value of sine 2x. So how to write sine 2x? Integral value sine 2x integral is minus cos 2x divided by 2. So how we have calculated the inspection? From the method of inspection, cos 2x integral will be sine 2x divided by 2. Similarly, sine 2x integral value will be minus cos 2x divided by 2. So you remember always. Okay, next one, what is the integral of x square integral of x square into 1 minus 1 by x square dx. So now again we have to split the integral, or before that, integral of, first you multiply integral of x square minus 1, x square into 1 is x square, then x square into 1 by x square is 1. So this will be equal to integral of x square dx minus integral of 1 dx. So what is integral of x square? Integral of x square will be again x to the power n. X to the power n is x to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. So here x to the power 2 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1 minus integral of 1, I had told already, it is x plus c, or I can simplify, this will be equal to x cube by 3 minus x plus c. X cube by 3 minus x plus 3. So this is answer for the given problem. So here you should know the formulas, integral of e power x and integral of e power nx, e power nx divided by n, and all the other formulas per n formulas. Thank you. Hello students, we solved some other problems of integration. We have solved some of the problems, so same kind of problems by using the formula. So one is integral of ax square plus bx plus c dx. So now it is integral of sum of the function, so we can split that. So this will be equal to integral of ax square plus integral of into dx plus integral of bx dx plus integral of c into dx, integral of c into dx. Now what is the value? Integral of ax square in ax square dx. So a is a constant, so integral of x square we have to write. So this will be equal to, a is a constant, we know that integral of constant into function is constant into integral of the function. So constant into integral of the function means a is a constant into integral of x square. What is the integral of x square? X to the power n, x power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. Therefore that will be x to the power 3 by 3. Now you know how it is 3 by 3. 2 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1. So directly I have written a 3. No need to write again and again after solving many problems. So here it will be integral of b into x. So b is a constant. Then integral of x in the sense integral of x power 1. So x power 1 means x power 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1, that is x square by 2, x square by 2, plus c is a constant as it is. So one more thing, when you take c constant, what will be remaining? Integral of 1 dx. What is the integral of 1 dx? That is x c into x. So this c will be different, that c will be different, two different c's. So here this c is write in a different way, plus c. So this is the integral of given function. Next one. Now you know how to write directly, also you can calculate. Next one, integral of root x minus 1 by root x whole square dx. Integral of root x minus 1 by root x whole square dx. So now directly we cannot find anyhow it is a square, whole square. So what we can do, we can apply the formula a minus b whole square. So what is a minus b whole square? We can simplify. So this will be equal to integral of root x square plus 1 by root x square a square plus b square minus 2 into a into b minus 2 into a into b whole thing into dx. A minus b whole square formula. So this will be equal to integral of x plus integral of 1 by x, integral of x plus 1 by x. Then root 2 cancels, we get only minus 2 dx. We can cancel root 2 and we can get only minus 2. Now no need to write separately integral of x dx plus integral of 1 by x dx and integral of minus 2 dx. Directly if you know the answer you can write. So what is the integral of x? X square, because it is x power 1, x power n is x to the power 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 plus 1 by x is log mod x. 1 by x is log mod x. Then minus 2 is a constant, so 2 into 1 it is 2 into 1. So 1 integral will be x, so that is minus 2x minus 2x plus c. Now you have understood how to find the integral value of functions, that is also algebra of functions. I'll solve some of the problems of exercise and remaining you can solve yourself. Next one, integral of x cube plus 5x square x cube plus 5x square minus 4 by x square into dx. Now you can see we have to find out the integral value of this. So directly we cannot simplify. So first we have to simplify numerator. We don't have uv formula, u by v formula. So simplify what is there inside. So that means we can split that integrand. So this is equal to integral of x cube by x square plus 5x square by x square minus 4 by x square. So here it will be x, here it will be x square cancels plus 5, there it will be 4 into 1 by x square is x to the power minus 2. Into dx. Now what is the integral of x? X power 1, x power 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1. So this is equal to x square by 2 plus constant. Phi is a constant, so we can write it as a phi into x. Integral of constant is a constant into x. Constant into x. Then minus 4. Then now it is x to the power minus 2. X to the power minus 2 is x to the power minus 2 plus 1 divided by minus 2 plus 1. So x to the power minus 1 divided by minus 1. X to the power minus 1 divided x minus 2 plus 1 divided minus 2 plus 1. So that will be equal to x square by 2 plus 5x minus into minus plus 4 by x. Plus c. Plus c is a constant of integrations. Next one. Next is x cube minus x square plus x minus 1. Integral of x cube minus x square plus x minus 1 divided by x minus 1 divided by x minus 1 dx. So now we have to find out the integral of this. So now I cannot split this integral also. Why? Because the denominator is x minus 1. If it is one term, at least I can simplify the numerator and denominator. Now it is not possible. So what I'll do is I'll consider x cube and x square together and x minus 1 together. It is only to simplify the integrand. So I'll consider x cube and x square together. So these I'll consider together. These two together. When you see x cube minus x square, so which is common? X is common. Remaining x square. If I take x common, x square only I can take common. X square is common. Remaining x minus 1 plus x minus 1 x minus 1 dx. Now this is one term, this is one more term. Again I can take x minus 1 common. If I take x minus 1 common, the remaining will be here x square, here nothing, means it is 1. X minus 1 into x square plus 1, x minus 1. So x minus 1 can be cancelled. The remaining integral of x square plus 1 dx. So what is integral of x square plus 1 dx? So this will be equal to integral of x square is x power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. So it is x to the power 3 by 3 plus integral of 1 is x. X cube by 3 plus x plus c. So integral of this. So this is the answer for the question. Next one. Integral of root x into integral of root x into 3x square plus 2x plus 3. x square plus 2x plus 3 dx. So how to write, how to simplify? Now we know that root x means x to the, we cannot do anything, we only thing is we have to multiply. But what is the x to the power root x? Root x means x to the power half. So multiply 3 into x square into root x. So we have to convert to single term. So that will be equal to integral of 3 into x to the power, it is square plus half. 2 plus half is 4 plus 1, 5 by 2. X to the power 5 by 2 plus 2 into x into x to the power half. X into x to the power half. So 1 plus half is 3 by 2. Plus 3 into root x. Root x is x to the power half. So 3 into x to the power 1 by 2. Whole thing into dx. Whole thing into dx. So this will be equal to 3 is a constant. X to the power 5 by 2. Integral is x to the power 5 by 2 plus 1 divided by 5 by 2 plus 1. X to the power 5 by 2 plus 1 divided by 5 by 2 plus 1 plus 2 into x to the power 3 by 2. 2 into x to the power 3 by 2 plus 1 divided by 3 by 2 plus 1 plus 3 into x to the power 1 by 2 plus 1 1 by 2 plus 1. So 5 by 2 plus 1 means 7 by 2. 3 into x to the power 7 by 2 by 7 by 2 plus 2 into x to the power 3 by 2 plus 1. X to the power 3 by 2 plus 1 means 5 by 2 by 5 by 2 plus 3 into x to the power 3 by 2 by 3 by 2. 3 by 2 by 3 by 2. Now I can take this numerator, so it becomes 2 into 3 is 6. 6 into x to the power 7 by 2 by 7 plus 4 into x to the power 5 by 2 by 5 plus 6 into x to the power 3 by 2 by 3 plus c. Plus c we have to add as a constant of integration. So this is the answer for the given question. Next, one more. One more. One minus x into integral of one minus x into root x dx. So I can split this integral as integral of x in 1 into root x is root x only, that is x to the power half minus x into x to the power half is x to the 1, that means x to the power 1 plus half, 1 plus is x to the power 3 by 2. So this will be x to the power half is x to the power half plus 1 minus x to the power 3 by 2 is x to the power 3 by 2 plus 1 by 3 by 2 plus 1. So this will be equal to x to the power half plus 1 is x to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 goes to numerator, in the sense 2 into x to the power 3 by 2 by 3, because here also 3 by 2, that 2 I have written here, minus x to the power 3 by 2 plus 1 is x to the power 5 by 2 by 5 by 2. So again I'll take that 2 to numerator, x to the power by 5 plus c. So this is the answer for that question. So 7.1, there are many problems up to 18 you can simplify. Exercise 7.1. Up all the problems I have solved some problems in between, so but complete up to 18. Up to 18, so 19 and 20 and other problems I'll simplify. So these are the problems. Not only these, we'll solve some other problems of same kind. So this the main problems, whatever is given in the exercise and examples. So we'll solve some other problems also in the coming classes. Thank you.